Hey guys, coming at you from the farm and out kind of doing a little checkup after this crazy weather we had yesterday. A lot of people suffered damage from their homes, a lot of people without power. Shout out to all the linemen out there working 24/7 to get power back on. They'll be here on my farm pretty soon. Power line is down that goes through the middle of my property. I mean, it's on the ground. And so anyway, I figured I'd come out here and try to cut some trees out of the roads and things like that. I've already cut up a couple. Checking on food plots, spraying some invasives. We'll talk about that a little bit. I wanted to show you the food plot. This is one of my biggest food plots. It's down in the creek bottom. Planted this to wheat and clover last fall. It sat with no rain, and had a little bit of food during deer season, but it's really coming in good now. Got deer and turkeys using this. Clover's coming in. A lot of weeds in this, so as soon as things dry up, I'll get in here and spray that to kill out the broadleaf weeds and preserve my clover. This should be a really nice clover field. I've got annual and perennial clovers in here, so it should be a really nice clover field. So one of the things I want to work on today is spraying some of this multi-flora rose. You can see it starting to green up. There's a big bunch of it right there. I'm gonna spray that here in just a minute, but they're just all along this entire field edge here. It'll get thick and nasty pretty quick, and it'll just choke out the good, more native stuff. Multi-flora rose imported from the great folks of Japan. I don't know how to say that in Japanese, but we're gonna make it scream for mercy with a little herbicide. So I'm using a mixture of glyphosate, a pretty heavy mixture of glyphosate, and trying to get as much as possible on the plant, but obviously I'm going to kill some non-target plants, but it doesn't really matter because I'm killing what I want to kill, and there's nothing here really to protect. It's early spring. This stuff is just greening up. I've never sprayed it this time of year. It's usually a little bit later, so we'll see how it works out. I'll come back and check this. I think we'll get a kill. I mean, it's going all up into there. Trying to get as much of the green leafy stuff as possible without just getting it everywhere. The stem, it'll take it in through the stem, all those green leaves. Even growing out here where I've mowed it. All right, that ought to be dead. On to the next one. For you guys up close, you see all those thorns, and you see how difficult it would be to get in there and cut that and treat the stump. So that's why I did a foliar application rather than cutting the stump and treating it. Now you could probably get in there with a pole saw, but that's nasty. You're gonna come out bleeding. So most of this stuff is too thick and nasty to get in and cut it, but this one has grown out towards the sun, giving me access to the stump. So by far the most effective way of killing this stuff is to cut it off at the stump, treat the stump with herbicide. That's what we're gonna do. nature, but that's all you got to do. Way less herbicide needed. We're just going to get all that, get all those stems really good. Now, we'll come back if we need to and treat this again, but a little bit there coming out around the side. I think we'll have a good kill there, but we can always come back and check it later on. So that's the most effective way of getting rid of it. Use a lot less herbicide, a lot less damage to surrounding plants. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I've done, this edge here is probably 150 yards. I've probably treated 15 or 20 bushes like this. So hopefully next year there'll be a lot less of it to be treated. We'll check it again this summer and go from there.